Let's go. And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. This is Entrepreneur Life with Casey and Tamra.
Hello.
Thanks for coming. And let us know who you are in the chat and where you're tuning in from. So, hey, Tamra, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Just finished yoga and put on my Groove shirt. I got a Groove shirt in the mail. So,
Yay, Groove shirts. I love it.
So I put that on and ready to roll. So,
all right.
Well, let's get started. We've talked about funnels many times on here, but I don't know that we really talked about what should be in a funnel. So let's start there.
Right. Yes.
So, what is a funnel? Do you want to answer that one, or you want me to read straight the definition from the computer?
Well, a funnel is literally what it looks like, and you have your audience at the top is quite large, and you're just making them aware. Like people in the funnel world like to use the acronym AIDA,
Right.
aware, interest, I'm sorry, I should say this, desire, and then action.
Yeah.
So you want to make them aware of you. You want to make them interested in your product. You want to make them desire your product. And then you want to have them take action and purchase your product. And so for each part of your funnel, and a lot of places, a lot of marketers like to say top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel.
Right.
It's something different that you would have to include in those sections.
Right. So basically the top, in my research, they say that this is where your client or possible customer has a problem, right? They have some type of problem or issue and they're kind of researching it.
Right.
And then in the middle, they know the problem now, and now they need to look for solutions. And then at the bottom, they're ready to purchase and hopefully from you, right?
And sometimes at the top of funnel, they're not even aware they have a problem,
Right.
And it's up to you to show them. And oftentimes at the top of funnel, you're not trying to sell your product. A lot of times it's just having a lead magnet or a freebie or something that you can give away to show them. You collect their email and you show them who you are. And so by getting who you are, by getting that awareness, you start moving down, and it's up to you to foster that relationship and help them learn even more about you and why and how you can help them.
Right. So when I was reading that, I was thinking, like, I guess that's where, I think it was DCA, where we learned, like, you need to know their pain point. And then, when you say, oh, is this too expensive for you? And they're like, oh, it is. So they didn't really realize that bothered them or that they had a problem. And then they look for other things. So I guess that's why some people start with their lead magnets that way of a pain point.
Right. A lot of top of funnel is a freebie. A lot of it is, it's not, buy my product now,
Right.
because that turns people away. You have to start big, and then, you go down. And, if you get 25% of people to make it all the way to the bottom, you're doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
But it's just getting from the awareness. Who are you? These people have never heard of you before in their life, and they don't know why or why they should choose you over anybody else.
And I guess that goes back to what you've been saying all along with the know, like, and trust. They don't know you yet. So how are you going to build that? How are you going to work on them getting to know you and like you, of course, and trust you? If I just sit there and spam somebody, they're not going to trust me that I have something good for them other than just trying to take their money. So good one. I did read, and I kept wondering, like, how many pages should a funnel be? Right? I kept wondering about that. And I read that, funnels can be anywhere from 2 to many pages. But the more pages you have, the less likely people are going to funnel through your whole funnel. They're less likely to stay throughout the whole thing. So I think 1 or 2 is maybe too little, but 6, 7, 8 is too many,
Yeah, well, I think it's okay also if you have a lot of pages, your customer, your potential customer, does not need to go through all the pages. You know, if
Mhm.
they go through the one page and then it takes them to somewhere else, then that page will take them depending on their, I guess, their what they click on or what they're interested in. You know, that
Right.
page could take them somewhere else, or you know, and then it's all like, you know, so you might have like a 9-page funnel where the customer's really only going through 3 or 4 of those pages.
Mm.
The one thing also I have read, excuse me, is that you should have, especially on your website. Now I know we're talking about funnels, but on your website and funnel, I guess, your keywords, your meta keywords, which helps your SEO, should be 1 or 2 only on, but they should be different for each page.
Mhm.
You know, and so if you have a word, especially in your URL, you know, your subdomain or your slug, if you have, you know, specific words that help, you know, it will help the customer, it'll help your page rank more, you know, your funnel or your website, it'll help you rank more because you have more keywords. You have 1 or 2 different keywords on every page, and that helps you be seen more. It helps Google see you, you know. So even though your customer is not going through all 10 pages,
Right.
they, you know, each page serves a purpose. So hopefully people will find that first page based on all those pages keywords.
That is I've said this before, but I never knew anything about that. I mean, I knew like the tags and stuff in YouTube, but I didn't even know you could do that anywhere else. I only know of how to do it in Groove now because you showed me. I wonder if they
Yes.
could do it on everything and I just didn't know, you know?
Yeah, I know there are ways, but some places make you pay a little extra for those. I know like Wix does. They have a special SEO app that you
Huh.
can use to, you know, do extra keywords and everything. You know, and if you get someone to do your Wix website for you, you have to pay extra for them to put in those SEO, those keywords. You know, which seems kind of counterproductive because, you know, you want people to come to your website. That's the whole point of having your website, is for people to
Right.
come to it. And if you have to pay extra to find, you know, for people to find you, then it's, I don't know. That's one thing I love about Groove is the SEO is high, but it still has that drag and drop intuitive, you know, platform. You know, whereas WordPress SEO is high, but it's very, it's difficult to get to know, to get to
Yeah.
use.
It's not as user friendly.
Not as user friendly. Exactly.
Excellent. So, hey, Danny, thanks for coming. Danny was just in my yoga class.
Aw.
So glad you're here. So I wanted to show them, if you don't mind, just where they can find the funnels in Groove.
Okay.
So let's see. Can you see my screen, Tamara?
Yep, I
So
can.
all I did was go into Groove Funnels. I guess I could show that as well. But you go into Groove Funnels and I picked Create New Site. And right here you can see single pages, complete sites, funnels. So I went into funnels and I was looking, there's all different categories.
Yeah.
So there's just so many things. Thank you pages, virtual events, webinars coming soon. So I thought, wow, these are already, you know, a good start for us.
Yes. And
I
as
didn't even,
coaches is similar to teachers, you know, contest or giveaway. That's fun. Courses. Yeah. Courses or coaches. Those are both good
yep.
for teachers, for online teachers, which
I
so
never
many
even came in to see these.
are.
So when I was looking at it this morning, I'm like, wow, there's so much more I could be doing than what I've already done.
Yeah.
So yeah, coaches, courses, blanks from scratch, all different kinds of things.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to show you, it's really that easy to start building. You have to, of course, write a new, I don't know why I just called it free site because I saw that name there, but you just start building, and it gives you all of the things above. I need to move me and Tamara out of the way. It looks a bit empty. Yeah, well, that's because I haven't started working. But Tamara's done many tutorials on these, so I'm not going to have you sit here through a
But if you
tutorial.
go to funnels, go down to funnels
Mm-hmm.
and click on that. And then that's how you add your pages to each, you have to make sure you're on funnel. Now, the one thing I will say is your home page should be a single page on your, so you should have a single page as your home page, which is also part of the funnel. And then your funnel can be built out from there. So yeah, and there's things like you should include about me, and that could even be a different page, because then you have a different link. Like you'll have a different keyword. So, I might use my own name in my keyword on the about me page, or an about me. And then, and then I'll have a privacy policy page, terms of agreement page, a sales page, an upsell page, a downsell page. I mean, there's so many pages that you can have. And again, they don't need to click through all of them. Maybe they don't care who you are. So they never click about you. Even though it's part of your funnel, they might be able to, you might have them be able to figure it out without doing that. And but all of that is important to, for your customer to build the know, like, and trust, of course.
Right. One thing I was thinking also before, we were talking last night, like, how do you know when your funnel ends? And I'm like, well, once the sale is complete, right? But then again, you always want to make sure to thank everybody, right? And then I was reading this morning about following up. So to make sure, like later on down the road, if they're on your email address already, you are able to send them something else down the road too. So really, I guess your funnel is,
and that's one thing with the AIDA model. And that's what so many marketers use: attention, interest, desire, action. If they don't take any action, you already have their attention. You already have their email with their interest, and you're trying to make them desire your product or your course, and they don't take action. What do? And that is, and also, what if they do take action? Then what is what do they get? What do they receive after they've taken action? Are you basically going to abandon them, or are you going to keep fostering those relationships and keep giving them value, keep giving them, what they're looking for? And that is something that is really important, is the after funnel communication, and, and continuing to make them feel valued, basically, because that's how they're going to start spreading the word and getting other people into your funnel as well.
Right. And no could be no at this time. Right. So you don't want to just abandon them, like Tamara said, even after a no.
Right.
Because they might need you later on.
Right. I've purchased many products because the people still continue to communicate with me, and they still, I feel like they really do care. Of course they just want that sale, but they're making a lot of extra effort to keep me in the loop, basically. They haven't forgotten about me, and so that makes me not forget about them.
Right.
And so
I guess one example that, as you're saying, that just popped into my head. I don't know if anyone's heard of Zaya Activity Wear, Zia. Basically, there is a home party. My friend asked me to order from her, and I had gotten started, and then something came up. And then I had gotten started again, and then something happened with the cart, and I was like, forget this. Just don't have time right now, right? Yeah. Well, the consultant had emailed me, like her little spiel there. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what I was working on before I forgot. So it wasn't even that I didn't want the product or I didn't like the products, because I love workout gear. But had she not messaged me, I probably would have forgotten all about it, because I was moving on to the next thing. Right.
Right.
And then I had stuff in my cart, and again, I was like, okay, got to go get my credit card and do this. And then I squirreled, as some of you may know. And then I got a message with my abandoned cart, and I'm like, I got to finish that. And it took me like 4 reminders, guys. So I didn't think they were being pushy or just anything. It was just, oh yeah, here's a little reminder. Oh yeah, did you want to do this before I close out her party? Oh yeah.
Right, right. And it's really important to have that, to build that, and I mean, and then after you buy it, like, it's like, thank you very much. You've really helped us out. I really appreciate you supporting my small business,
Yeah.
and it's just nice, and also I know, like, there's this face wash, Promifera or something like that, Pomifera, I forget what it's called, but I really like it. Anyway, so I bought it from another VIP kid teacher just to help her support her business,
Yes.
and then I bought, again, and the second time I bought, actually, she threw in a bath bomb,
Aw.
because
Yeah.
she's like, I just want to thank you so much for your business. It really
Mhm.
helps me out, and yada, yada, yada. And I just thought that was so nice,
Yeah, I was thinking Nancy Taylor sent like a handwritten note. And even, do I know that it was from her? No. Do I know maybe it was from her team? But just the thought that somebody took a second to write, thank you for your order. We appreciate it. And that was it. And I was like, wow, that was really cool.
Yes.
So yeah, simple things like that. I mean, that's just part of, is it part of your funnel? I would think so, because you're still building rapport and keeping them in your funnel. you're, you're keeping them with you, right?
Right. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
what are some pages that you find important for a funnel?
I feel like, what are you bringing to the table? Who are you? Who are you? And what do you have? I mean, Casey and I are trying to do this Groove challenge, and it's like, why should they use our challenge? I mean, there's other Groove courses out there. There's people that are way more. I mean, they've been in the software design, the website design industry for years, and they
Right.
can show you, how to do it. And you get that imposter syndrome a little bit about, like why should they buy from me?
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute, like, these people aren't teachers, first of all. Second of all, they've been doing this for years. So there's a lot of assumptions that go into what other people already know. There's a lot of people out there that are just starting with Groove that really are true beginners, like we
Right.
were not very long ago. And we've just done our research, and we've been working hard to understand Groove and to learn it. But it's only been about 6 months. And so we know how it is to start from the beginning. We know how to teach because we've both been teaching for years.
Right.
And we can, hopefully have the patience and explanations to help people, not only like get everything exactly as they want it, but but then they'll be able to help others as well, because they'll be able to understand what it is that they're doing.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really, why should someone purchase from you versus someone else? So it's important. The top of funnel just makes them aware of who you are. What is it that you have, and who are you?
Right.
The middle of funnel is, what is it that you're selling, and why should I buy from you? And then the bottom of funnel is, look, like, we really are truly giving you value, and you need to purchase now.
Mhm.
I don't know.
And then they purchase, and then we say thank you. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I don't see any questions in the chat. Tamara, is there anything else you want to add?
I think that's it. It's like, just the biggest thing is, it's easy to go through a funnel and then have a sales page. But what's harder about a funnel is what to do after. How are you going to keep the communication open? How are you going to keep that customer feeling valued? What
Right.
is it that you have that they need? And even if they're not ready for it, it's not it's not against you. It's not their fault. Like,
Right.
don't ever make someone feel bad or like not valued because they did not purchase from you.
Mhm.
It's so important to to foster, and also be consistent. If you have an email list or you have something that people are signing up with, and you want to keep them in the loop, be consistent with your email, just like YouTube. I mean, we have our videos every, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We have YouTube videos consistently at the same time on those days, because it helps grow everything. It helps grow the channel. It helps be consistent. It helps with YouTube. It helps with us. It helps with others.
People are trusting we're going to be there in case they have questions.
Exactly. And so it's just as important for us to, it's just important for email communication as well, and everything else. Like, just keep the relationship alive, because you never know when that person's going to buy something. You never know what it is that they're looking for. As you add products, as you add courses, as you add value, eventually they're going to buy, because they like your authenticity, and that you value them.
Good. And I was just thinking, like, we pretty much can build everything you need in Groove, everything for your funnel in Groove. I mean, except for being consistent, that's on you. Building, your know, like, and trust, you can use it as part of your funnel, but you need to do the work. You can build your landing pages. You can build your pages to offer the value, your upsells. You could just do that all in this one area. So super excited.
Yay, that's fun.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you today. At least I think so. Yes, Tamara?
I think so. Yes.
Today is Friday, so Small Tip Saturday will be in our Facebook group. Don't forget to join us for the Small Tip Groovy for Group Funnels in the Facebook group. Answer those small tips. If there's questions or comments, we'd love to know your thoughts. It's great when somebody writes a goal in there or something, we can help keep you accountable. And then on Tuesday, we'll have our topic Tuesday in the evening, then workshop Wednesdays, and throwdown Thursdays. So, all right, everyone, thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Bye, Tamara. Thanks.